Hello all and welcome to this review for Transformers Earthspark Thrash, the Warrior class version, because there will be a deluxe version coming out soon, and that's actually why I wanted to do this review. Even though it's an old toy, I wanted to take a look at it because I was curious. It looked better than the deluxe, and I want to see how good it was, and turns out I think it's a great toy. I wanted to share my insight, and also especially there's some parents watching, and it's the holiday season, this toy could be readily available, and you want to know either how to transform it or if it's good. Well, this review hopefully will help. And for those parents, I do want to say that while this review will go through how it transforms, it does come with instructions, just like all Transformer toys do. However, it's like tucked in the back here, and it's not obvious because you're going to remove the toy from, well, as you can see from here, exactly, where it's out in the open. And then when you look inside, it's not obvious where the instructions are. They're not at the bottom here where it opens. You have to really like open up the entire box and get it out of the back. Just something I wanted to point out. Alright, so here we have Thrash, and he's Warrior class. For those not aware of what Warrior class is, I don't think it's even clear at Hasbro, because some Warrior class toys do feel more simplified, while this one honestly feels like a deluxe from, we'll say, maybe, I don't know, 10-15 years ago, something like that. At least in terms of articulation and complexity. I mean, we'll compare them to deluxe that come out now. So just to give you an idea, this toy in Canada is around $20 range, the US about the $15 range. I was able to get him for the $10 range because he is on sale right now. During the holiday season, the Transformer toys that are aimed towards kids tend to go on sale, right, to encourage parents to buy them. So that's when I decided to beef up my collection of these toys. And so in the end, he didn't cost much for me, which does obviously cloud my vision a bit of, you know, the value I'm getting for my lousy $10. But we'll put him at the $15 range USD. In this case here, we got Optimus, who's upwards of $20 USD, and we got Prowl, who is like he's a deluxe from the. Well, in this case, I got him he was from the Buzzworthy Bumblebee set. But in any case, a deluxe of this, we'll say caliber today, will be around the 25 USD mark. So you've got all these, and just show you that he's at the same height as them. So in terms of height, fine. Yes, he does have, there's less mass here. However, there is mass concentrated on his accessory, which the other ones don't have. Okay, and in terms of like backpack, well, Prowl's perfectly fine, no problems with him. Optimus, it's a bit unfortunate, but has a big backpack. And this is one of my favorite parts. I do love, I'll take him out for now, I do love how sleek this guy is with the backpack. So there's like almost nothing there. And it does help with the design. It's a very efficient design since it does turn into a motorcycle. And it's also fun because, I mean, not parents won't care, but I do. He was designed by Nick Roach, who's a very popular Transformers artist. And it's like you have a Nick Roach design come to life. So that's really awesome. And speaking of really awesome, I'll bring you to face because I think it's really well done. So I don't know if you could see it, but yeah, he has the perfect expression that he has on the TV show. Mine has no problems with paint. Instead, I gotta say this is one of the nicer paint jobs I've seen. So, especially for example, here we have the goggles where you have the blue right there. It doesn't seem misaligned, and it's just really nice little accents of color here and there. I think it's very well done. Same for the middle here. We got some more gold on the side here with a nice tailpipe, I'm assuming. In silver. So the deco is not like it's not painted everywhere, but the highlights are just well done. The fact that you also have a nice mix of the plastic colors too, all involved in it. I think the car looks really, really well, and once again, much better than the looks that we've just seen. I'm gonna take this off right now, so just to show you exactly what he looks like. So yeah, I think he looks. So in terms of looks perfect. Height is fine. I have no issues with any of that. Now, in terms of articulation, once again, comparing to, we'll say, Optimus here. So, this guy is 2/3 the price. What that comes down to is basically the articulation. So, parts count, in this case, you'll see that for example, his forearm is one whole solid piece, while Optimus does have the wrist that can turn, right? So, we can turn his wrists, that kind of stuff. Okay, so that's a part that he does not have, hence the cost and everything. Also the feet. So his feet here are also solid. right? So he doesn't have that articulation, while Optimus does. So he can move his feet this way. Of course, it's for transformation too. But once again, there's that added articulation. I mean, it could have simply been this, but instead it goes the extra mile by also tilting. So in the end, you've got, just to give you an idea, so you end up having two pieces. Instead of having just one whole piece like Thrash, you end up having the foot piece and this extra piece here for articulation. Just to show you what goes into the price points. But honestly, I think it's very well done. I think I mean, some fans have been asking for prices to go down and figures to not just shrink to, being infinitesimally small. And I think Thrash is a really good example of what Hasbro can still do to provide a decent figure. Oh, sorry about that. A decent figure. A decent figure for an affordable price point, especially for parents. Because this is, after all, a kid's show. Here you go. Sorry about that. Now we're going to focus more on Thrash. Instead of... we'll be done with my discussion about the whole warrior thing. I hope it was clear what the distinction is between a warrior and deluxe. Okay, now, what's really cool about Thrash is that he comes with his sidecar. And his sidecar is a triple changer. So, in this mode, which I believe is... I'm going to put it here. Sorry, it's not like this. It's like that. See, I'm already spoiling that it can transform. This is the standard look of that I think it comes in the packaging. Okay, this is his shield look. So like I was doing, you got like this, so he can block incoming attacks. I think, by the way, I think this looks really awesome. This looks great. Okay, very cool stuff. Now it can also turn into a gun. So we're gonna bring this up here, and that's the scope. And then we've got the barrel, and it's one hell of a barrel. See, it's like a minigun barrel. So fun stuff here too. And then you can hold two ways. You can put it back here and do a bit like an arm cannon Gatling gun thing, or you can also simply hold it. I'm going to put it on the other hand to show you that the different things you can do. All right. Also looks good. That's fun. Lots of stuff you can do with this guy. And yes, you can also put it on his back if he's not using it. So there's storage options there too. Now lastly, and I'm going to do that now because the next thing is to transform this guy. The next thing to do is to transform it into an actual sidecar. So what you do is you flip the wheel up to be like this, to be perpendicular. Perpendicular or parallel? Depends the way you see it. In this case, obviously, it's perpendicular to that. Okay, now we're going to bring the scope down, bring the barrel, and this transformer we'll put to the side for now. I'm going to transform very soon, just show you. So I did show you a bit of the articulation. Like I said, ball-jointed shoulders, ball-jointed elbow. The head is, it's a ball joint, but there is too restrictive. So in the end, it's the same as just a standard. It just turns side to side. He does have waist articulation, which you'd be surprised is not always a given on Transformers. He has knee, and he's got ball-jointed hips, so they can extend, go this way, and slightly turn to give the semblance of a thigh, like to replace what a thigh sole would give you. Slightly. And that's why for articulation. Good. Now transformation. I love this kind of transformation. It reminds me of Night Viper from Beast Machines, and like other bikes, different bikes too, like for example Animated Prowl or even Generations Rhaegar. So it's all as the coach from Happy Gilmore would say, it's all in the hips. So what you can do here is turn it this way. Right? Actually, he's going to have to face this way. So that's the fun part. You'll see. You'll see here. And now we are going to split his legs like this, but they're very important. The hips have to be looking like this. And as you see, I'm already doing it. This was how the leg was originally. Bring it in, and you see there's peg and hole, and they just fit perfectly together. You do the same thing on the other side. The only difference between the two, transformation is identical on both sides. The difference is that on this side here, we do have a kickstand. It doesn't actually really matter because it doesn't help. The sidecar is what makes the motorcycle stay up, but I guess it's just to help with the design and also distinguish which side is which. Even though honestly it doesn't matter. So that part's done. Once again, I find this is efficient but very fun and you know different. I won't say unique because, like I said, I've referred to a few before, like for example, Animated Prowl, but it is a refreshing transformation that we don't see too often. Now this you bring down the back, and there's holes here that this will plug in, like so. Now we are going to bring the chest up, and we're going to bring him down, the whole thing down. Good. No, it does not. It does not lock. Only the back locks. Now we're going to take. Speaking of locking, though, you'll see how it locks. You've got the front here, and you've got this peg here that will fit actually in the back of his head. So while the back of his head is slightly hollow, it's mostly fine. It's actually not necessarily safe plastic, even though I'm sure that part of it is. But it's just to actually stabilize the bike mode. So, and that's it. Like that, it won't. It locks in that way. Now with the arms, the way they tell you to do it, to bring it down. To bring it down like so. So you have the handlebars that come up. So they were like this. You'll see the handlebar is going to be correctly placed, and then the fists, the fist holes, giggity, will fit right here. And that's how he's transformed into his motorcycle mode. And we've got the sidecar, which already transformed, and it's actually specific to place it. I mean, I'm sure when you see it, it'll be a given, but just tell you that it's not necessarily a peg in this case, but it will have to be right under this mark here, or else if you put it up, it actually won't fit. So what I do is I just put it a bit below, and then I raise it up until it won't fit, and then you end up in the perfect position. And that's it. And what's really fun about this toy is that, well, since it's a toy for kids, it should roll, and it rolls beautifully. Yeah. It rolls really, really well. Honestly, never had a smoother roll. Oh, come on. There you go. This is one of the smoother motorcycles I've ever had in Transformer history. Very nice, very smooth. Oh yeah, so like the kickstand, like I said, it doesn't matter. You can put it down, put it up, but it doesn't make much of a difference. Now, I remember when you saw that handsome face of his, I'm sure you thought, well, can we ride him? See, like I said, this show is not recommended for kids due to double entendres. And the answer is yes, you can definitely ride him. Look, is there something specific to latch on? No, but I found that, for example, here I have a core class Skywarp, and it works okay. It's not super stable, but I was able to get some poses. So here, like so. And here he is. He's got Skywarp. That's it. That's Thrash. Hope you like him. I hope you see what I like in him. If ever you want to have an easier time for it to ride, you can always, like I said, it's your toy, do whatever you want to do, but you can take it and bring the arms a bit lower. And speaking of the arms, that is the one part that I don't necessarily like, because you can see how visible the arms are. I love how the legs will disappear. The head isn't as visible as you think, even though, yes, from the side, if you look exactly, you do see it, but at most angles you don't, and that's fine. But the arms, I do wish that they were a bit more concealed, or at least that, like, for example, this side, like the underside, would be looking more like the, I don't know, side of a motorcycle, or more, more concealed in that case. But you can put it down here if it makes it easier to have a figure sit on it. But as you saw, it was fine, even with Skywarp. Anyways, that's it, guys. I wish you all a... Oh, wait, no. Wait. One last thing before I say my goodbyes. Is that you can take the sidecar. Let's say you want to be on the offensive if he's a motorcycle. Moment. You do the transformation again. And now you've got some weaponry to use on your motorcycle. That's fun stuff. That's even more stuff you can do. Like I said, this toy, for the price you pay For the size, I'm really happy with how functional the sidecar is. I like the transformation. I think it's a fun toy for kids, not too difficult, but it's also fine for collectors too. And I said the deco is great. It looks really good. So those are my thoughts on Warrior Thrash. Wish you all a great day, guys. Bye.